Wait, what?
Apparently, like I don't think he really wanted to be franchise tagged.
I mean, I've been seeing the reports. I think it's just he wants to get paid more. That's
He
just how I'm
probably
seeing.
that makes more. Yeah, exactly. But
Cause
like, if the Giants aren't giving it to him, then uh-oh.
yeah, dude, the running back market is so fucking dog shit. Like, it is bad. They don't get paid
Yeah,
enough, unfortunately.
nah.
Unfortunately. Um,
Because they don't see any purpose in paying a running back anymore.
yeah, that's
And, like,
true.
teams are starting to realize that there's no point in like paying a running back.
Yeah. I mean, for the Giants at least, like Saquon's our best player. Like he literally is. At least on offense, he
Yeah.
opens the field for us. So every time
Yeah.
he's a vital he's a vital part
Yep.
of our team. So
Yep.
we can't lose him. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, y'all can't.
We don't have our backups is not good enough to fill in for Saquon. But
Yeah.
anyways, welcome back to the Salty Ones podcast. We are back once again. Today let's just get into it, man. The NBA Finals is over. The NBA season has officially wrapped up.
Yeah. I
Um, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask you, like, what did you think about the season as a whole?
You know what? I actually really enjoyed this season.
Really?
Yeah, I love the storylines that came out, and not only that,
Actually, you know, yeah,
it's been a pretty funny season as well.
it was a pretty funny season.
Like the overall season, like if I had to give it out of 10 in terms of enjoyment, I would probably give it an 8 or an 8.5, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it was this all-time legendary season like how 2016 was, for example, but I still
Yeah.
think there was some pretty enjoyable moments and
hmm
storylines that happened during this season.
I'll give the regular season like a 9,
Oh, okay.
but I'll give the playoffs about like a 7, so like
Oh,
about around like an
wow.
8.
My rating is reversed. I would give the regular season a 7 and the playoffs a 9.
I'll explain. Okay, like the one reason why I think that the playoffs were a 7 because they were really good at first, but then it started to kind of get like more and more boring as the rounds went on.
Uh, I kind of disagree with that because like I know what you're saying. Like the first rounds were crazy with like Miami taking down Boston or excuse me Milwaukee that first round. Jimmy going
Right.
nuclear. Uh,
Right.
what else? The Grizzlies Lakers series like Dylan
Right.
Brooks.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit was fun to
Like
watch.
the Warriors like upsetting the Kings.
Mhm. Yeah, Curry dropping 50. Then you get to the
Right.
second round. Like I see what you're saying, but I still enjoyed it a lot, even in the
Yeah.
second rounds, because the Lakers and Warriors, because that was literally like the NBA Finals. The storylines that
That
were
was
going
literally
on,
the NBA
LeBron
Finals.
versus
Yeah.
Curry, like bro,
Yeah.
so many people were tuned in
Right.
for that series, and there was a
hmm
lot of bragging rights as well. A lot of Curry
Right.
fans were hurt, LeBron fans were happy, you know.
Yep.
So then you go to the conference finals, of course.
Yeah.
You had Boston and Miami, which I feel like in
Yeah.
the like honestly that series was good as well because
It was good, but the problem was though, because you'll notice in the games that like the first 2 games that the Celtics were winning,
yeah.
they were blowing them out. They were blowing the Heat. Like the Heat were shooting terribly. Like the first 2 games that the Celtics won,
Mhm.
and for like Miami as well. Like the first 2 games that they won in Boston, they were blowing them out.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looked competitive on paper because it went to 7 games, but I mean, not really.
I mean, it was like the storyline of Miami being up 3-0 was really
Yeah.
interesting considering that Boston almost made the reverse 3-0 comeback. That storyline was crazy because it was like, bro, like Jimmy Butler and Grant Williams were like butting heads. That
hmm
that sort of started a rivalry, and then Denver taking care of LA, which honestly, even though it was a sweep, it didn't feel like one because it was like
Well, it's yeah.
all of the games were pretty close.
Yeah, that the crazy part about that series is that all the games went down to the wire.
Hmm.
It's just that the Nuggets kept pulling out with the win every single time.
Yeah, Lakers kept choking it away, and LeBron, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, I think game 2 and game 3 he kind of choked away those games.
yeah.
So
D'Angelo
unfortunately,
Russell, bro,
yeah,
you're done.
yeah.
You're done.
Get ready to learn how to speak Chinese, buddy.
He already does.
He's getting he's getting ready to be sent to Shanghai.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The 4 games against the Nuggets, he shot what? He shot like he had 2 3-pointers out of like 50 15 shots. So he went 2 for 15 from three that series.
That's crazy. You know what's
That is
insane?
awful.
It's like, bro, D'Lo was actually playing somewhat decent throughout the playoffs
Yeah.
until the
No, he
conference
was.
finals round.
Right.
If you watch the Grizzlies series, he played really good.
Yeah.
There was a couple games where if it wasn't for his contribution, they would have lost a couple
They
games.
probably would have lost like a
And
couple games, yeah.
they may have lost the series as well. I remember
Yeah.
there was one time where he hit like 3 threes in a row, and then in the Golden State series, there was one game
Right.
where he scored like 20 straight points to start out the game. So he's vital for that team, but it's just like he
Right.
became a cone in that Western Conference Finals
Yeah.
round, and he lost his confidence, unfortunately. So it's like when I see like the whole like get rid of D'Lo, get rid of him off the Lakers, it's like he had one bad series, but he definitely helped out a lot during like the
It
regular
also didn't
season.
help that.
And then the
It also
previous
didn't
rounds.
help that like in the Nuggets series, LeBron wasn't dunking. He kept passing it out. Like if he was passing wide open dunks, AD wasn't spacing enough. Like
Yeah, that's
there
true.
are so like you remember when all like the Austin Reeves memes were coming out on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
Like the stuff that people were saying, like it was true.
What they were saying.
It was basically like it was just like rock song lyrics. But
Oh,
it's just
true,
like,
true.
but it's just with like it's like something new. It's like cut my life into pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
AD won't space the floor.
That's I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that's a
funny as
great
shit.
one.
Yeah. But yeah. So finally going into the finals, we had the Nuggets and Heat,
Yep.
and I think I predicted it correctly once again.
Tip of the
I
cap.
said,
Tip of the cap.
yeah, Nuggets in 5, which it did
I-
happen.
Yeah, I was thinking like the first 3 quarters of this game, I'm like the Heat are in control of this. Like they keep playing like this, it's gonna like I could hopefully my prediction right because I think I said Nuggets in 6 or Nuggets in 7.
I think you said Nuggets in 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did, but I think I might have also changed it at some point. I don't remember.
Yeah. But let me ask
But-
you this: did you feel like this finals were boring?
Oh my god. See, so the I see this debate being tossed around a lot, and a lot of people say that the people who say it's boring are casual fans.
Yeah, but every time I hear
s-
that, it's like your average NBA fan is a casual, right?
Right.
Like I'm a casual. I'll say it straight up. I think. Would you say you're a casual? Like.
I say I'm definitely like a casual because I don't watch like every single
Yeah,
NBA
exactly.
game.
We don't watch all 82 games, but we'll watch the most important games when it matters most,
Right.
right? So it's like to your average casual NBA fan, I feel like this finals may have been a little bit on the boring side, but
It
there
was a
were
little underwhelming.
yeah, but I still think there was some good games like game 2
Oh,
for
yeah.
example,
Game
that
2
went
was
down
really
to the
good.
wire.
Yeah.
The latest game, game 5 as well.
Yeah.
I know Jimmy Butler at the end of that game was putting up a stinker, but he started to heat up. He almost pulled a Jason Tatum, right? He
did.
turned into Jason Tatum in the fourth quarter, so
Yeah.
he almost did something similar to that. So that
He-
was a little bit entertaining.
The biggest problem like kind of just to recap this. First off, the Heat. Let's be honest. The Heat ran out of gas.
No, they did 100%.
Honestly, them going to a game 7 and winning and finally being able to pull out, I think that messed up their confidence like a ton.
Honestly, yeah.
If let's say if they win one of the games that the Celtics won, game 5, or game 4, game 5, or game 6, we're probably in a different conversation right now. Chances are like the games or the finals are still probably going to go on.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
It'd probably be extended more. It's like game
They'd probably
6
be
or game
extended
7.
Yeah, exactly.
Because honestly, with like what I'm noticing with, especially with Jimmy Butler, he gassed out as well, right?
He
There was
got
a lot of
gassed. He was
times
gassed.
where, as you mentioned with LeBron as well, where he was just passing the ball a lot. He wasn't taking enough shots.
Yeah.
There was nights where Bam Adebayo was taking more
Yeah.
shot attempts
When-
than Jimmy.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems with the Heat was that sure, Spoelstra has like experience coaching in the finals. He knows what the atmospheres are like. So does Jimmy because he knows what it's like to be in the finals because he was in the bubble. The biggest problem was that the Heat do not have any superstar to play that plays with Jimmy.
Exactly. Because like everybody on the team, like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan
Those are
Robinson,
all-
Caleb
Yeah,
Barton.
they're all just they're all kind of
They're role players. That's
role
what they
players. They're role players who most of them went undrafted. We all know that. But the problem is that they're not superstars. You can't really win something with people who can be who are above average role players. Like one of the biggest examples is the 2014-2015 Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
They were a 60-win team when when the Eastern Conference Finals came around. They had no superstar to help them.
Honestly, it's just consistency. That was the biggest problem because you saw Caleb Martin that Eastern Conference Finals playing like Kobe, and then in the finals he's not doing anything.
I forgot where he like just vanished. I didn't see him.
Exactly. Right, Gabe Vincent was Damian Lillard in the Knicks series, and then in the Celtics series as well. But he's not hitting those shots. Same thing goes for Max Strus.
He was not there.
I think Max Strus in Game 1 went for like 0 for 9 or some shit. Like they were missing a lot of wide open threes.
Right.
So I agree with your point. They gassed out. Going to 7 games against Boston definitely hurt. They should have closed out earlier because I feel like that rest. Compared to what Denver had, which was like a week off, they only had 2 days to rest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
and
that definitely played a factor.
They were probably gassed.
And playing in Denver is hard too.
And Denver.
That fucking altitude is insane. Like you're what, like 5,000 feet up from sea level? Like it's gonna be hard to breathe.
Ban Denver, thin air, not fair.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just like. This shows you the difference between Miami and Denver. Like that's the one thing that I said going into this finals, that I don't know how consistent somebody like a Gabe Vincent could be, or Caleb Martin,
right.
And this proved it, right? Like
you can only get hot for so long.
Yeah, and like while they can contribute, you don't know how consistently they can be. And adding to your point, they definitely do need superstars. So going to this offseason, I've been hearing a lot of murmurs about Damian Lillard or even Kyrie Irving heading to Miami, which is honestly
I've heard
something.
Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal as well, which is honestly something Miami needs to do, because guess what? They have the pieces. You keep Jimmy, you keep Bam, you probably re-sign Kevin Love to another contract, you keep Kyle Lowry, and honestly, with somebody like Dame, who's probably going to be traded away, in order to get somebody like Dame, you have to get rid of a guy like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Tyler Hero especially, and it's honestly
definitely would be Tyler Hero. Honestly, would definitely be the main part of the trade for the Heat.
That's true. Like honestly, if I was the Heat, if I was Pat Riley, I would trade away those pieces for Damian Lillard, because Damian Lillard is a consistent playoff performer.
I don't know though.
And let me put it this way: you put Damian Lillard alongside with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, they are the best team in the East. I think they are.
I'm a little I'm not saying it because just because like I'm a Sixers fan and you're a Knicks fan. Like, my team ain't winning shit. Let's be honest. But Damian Lillard's gonna be 33 at the start of next season,
and that's fine.
Jimmy's gonna be 34. I just don't know. Okay.
I don't think.
Do you think he's gonna be able to keep this up?
Yes, I think for the next at least a year or two. Like, yeah, they're getting old. They're getting up there for sure. But I don't think they're going to be... They haven't started to slow down anytime soon. And, bearing any injuries, of course, I think if Lillard does go to Miami, they can maximize his prime for at least a year or two. And in that year or two time span, they can probably win a championship. Or they at least have a chance to win,
Yeah, I can see that.
But anyways, let's move on from the Heat to the Nuggets. This Denver team is nasty, bro.
Props to Jokic.
Yeah, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. Congratulations to Jokic, the best player in the world, in my opinion. Right now, at least. Honestly, like, best player in the world conversation at this point isn't LeBron or Steph. It's right now it's Giannis and Jokic. And you can probably put Embiid up there because you want Embiid.
No.
Damn.
No. Until this motherfucker gets out of the second round. No.
Damn. Oh my god.
No. Okay. Why are you so surprised, huh? Why are you so surprised?
I know Embiid put up a choker, but it's like, bro, Embiid still won MVP for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah,
he's in that conversation, but he's not the best player, but he's top 5, maybe top 3.
No, and I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
It's just that Embiid has not produced the results that people would want.
Yeah. And I gotta say with Denver, like, you know how Philly has the whole trust the process? The real trust the process is with Denver. The Nuggets.
Yeah.
You see how they drafted Michael Porter Jr., drafted Jamal Murray, drafted Nikola Jokic through a Taco Bell commercial in the second round. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to know something funny? So it's funny because this was the year that everything for the Nuggets clicked. Everything worked out in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember Jamal Murray back in 2021, he tore his ACL or ruptured his Achilles. I don't remember which one.
Tore his ACL.
Yeah, tore his ACL. So he was basically out for all of all of like the rest of that season and the season afterwards, the 2022 season.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. Jokic had his best years during those times. And another thing too, because keep it also this, Aaron Gordon, when they got him back in 2021, you know, like he revitalized his career with the Nuggets.
Exactly. And it's like they made like the way the Nuggets built this team, it's like it's by drafting well and making good trades, right? And the people that they traded for, the pieces that they gave up in those trades were players that they drafted. Gary Harris, Will Barton were all traded for Aaron Gordon, KCP, right? Very important players.
Vital pieces that who contributed in the finals.
Yeah, and then not only that, you know, signing vets like Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan,
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown. Drafting.
I'm so salty that so salty that DeAndre Jordan got a ring before Joel did that.
That's crazy.
But that's besides the point.
Even drafting the rookie Christian Brown. You know, he's a rookie, but I think Game 3 he really stepped up, and that's the reason why they won that game because of him.
Right.
You know, so it's like every night when the Denver Nuggets are playing, what I've noticed, especially throughout this entire playoff run, there's always been at least one player outside of Jokic and Murray that stepped up in the game, that allowed them to win. And honestly, that's the craziest part. Like, it's like these are the players that they drafted well or they traded for. And it wasn't like crazy players, these crazy all-star level players. They're just good role players that meshed well and had the chemistry. And to your points, this was the first time we've seen Denver click and come together since since the 2020 bubble run when they went to the conference finals.
Oh yeah.
So it's like since it's been 3 years since then, 3 years. So it's like throughout that entire time, Denver was facing injuries. You know, some players weren't there, but this is the year where everything came together. You know,
everything went right for them. Michael Porter Jr. stayed.
MPJ stayed healthy.
Yeah, he played somewhat healthy. What else? Aaron Gordon played massive minutes and played well and played like to his potential.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Jamal Murray just absolute masterclasses after masterclass.
Bro,
and
the
Jokic
shit
was Jokic.
Yeah, the shit he was putting up against the Lakers was insane. I don't know what the fuck Jamal Murray was on. He was making every single shot.
Did they test this motherfucker for steroids or PEDs?
I have no idea, bro. They should have, because the shots he was making, oh my god, that shit made no sense.
Like, how does he literally make that shit?
I don't know. Jokic too. Jokic in the Lakers series making them step back threes. What the fuck was that?
I remember there was a three he just tossed up and it went in.
That shit is nuts. And he made like 5 of them in that series too. I don't know how he does it.
I have no clue how he does it
No clue, bro. And it's like when you look at this Denver team, not only did they trade well and drafted well, all their players are younger than 30 years old. Exactly. You know, all of their players are young. Outside of Jeff Green, I think everybody's 28 years or younger. Which shows you that, honestly, Denver could become a dynasty.
They're set up to win now.
They're set up for a dynasty. They could win the next, 3 years, you know, barring injuries. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy. But it's like, this shows you how dangerous Denver is. And looking at their run, bro, they went 16-4 in the playoffs. Do you know how dominant that is?
Very impressive. That is impressive.
That's insane, bro.
And 2 and 50% of those losses came from the Suns.
Yeah, they lost twice against the Suns, once against the Wolves, and once against the Heat. And they swept the Lakers. That shit is still crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, it just shows you how dominant this team is. Credit to Mike Malone. Great coach. Honestly, one of the best coaches in the league, if not the best. He actually outcoached Eric Spoelstra, and Spo was
which is hard to do, especially because Eric Spoelstra is probably one of the greatest coaches
ever.
We know. Ever. Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations.
And he also did it in his first one of his first finals
first finals run, right? Some shit like that.
Which is impressive.
Mm-hmm. So once again, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. But I do want to give my opinion on these finals. I did ask.
Did you think it was boring?
For me, it was like, I don't know. There was some points where I really wanted to turn off the game.
Same.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was some points where I'm like, bro, this shit is kind of boring. But then the game would just this game would randomly turn up. Like, there'd be points where Denver gonna run 8-0 run, or Miami would start getting hot, and then it would become a little bit more entertaining. But overall, it was an okay finals.
The finals was kind of mid.
Yeah, I agree. It was mid. It
because
wasn't. It wasn't trash, but it wasn't anything crazy
I
entertaining.
was hoping for more of like close matches.
I mean, there were some, but I think we.
There was only that was like the first like two though.
Yeah, I feel like people would have enjoyed it more if it went to like a 6 or 7 game series.
Six, yeah.
If there were higher
Six
stakes,
definitely.
yeah, if there were higher stakes, and also like it kind of sucks that Miami didn't win any games at home. That was
Yeah,
stupid.
that was definitely like a major gut wrench because first off, let's be honest, Miami was never going to be winning games in Denver.
Yeah, they weren't.
We all knew
They
it.
got lucky in game 2. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Duncan Robinson turned into Ray Allen that game, but outside of
yeah,
that, it's like this Heat team. It's like if it all falls on Jimmy Butler
yeah.
because
The one thing
I know
that like
Jimmy. Oh, sorry. I know Jimmy like
yeah,
sprained his ankle in the Knicks series, but
he did.
it's like you gotta go crazy, my boy. You gotta throw up shot
Yeah,
after shot. You gotta put up 30 shots a night.
you had to do
You know
this.
what I'm saying? And I feel like in this final series, while the role players did not show up, I feel like these players were relying on Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler did not step. He didn't step up. You know, of course, in that fourth quarter from Game 5, he did for a little bit, but it was like he was putting up an all-time stinker before he went on that like 9-0 run or 12-0 run by himself. He had nine
Yeah,
points in the fourth quarter. You
right,
know, heading into the fourth, he only had 9 points. So it was like once
right.
again, Jimmy Butler. I wouldn't say chokes, but he didn't perform to that level. You know, this whole playoff Jimmy
Yeah,
thing, while it does happen, for Jimmy, it's like there are moments where he's like the best player in the league, and then there are
right.
some other moments where he's playing terrible,
Yeah,
right? And it was like we saw that in this playoffs. In the first couple of
mhm,
rounds, he was going crazy, but then
yeah,
in the finals, it was like, where was he? He was putting up
yeah.
20 points, but it wasn't anything
Exactly.
impactful, you know? But go ahead.
Right.
Sorry, I cut you off.
So the one thing that I know that like these aren't the exact finals, but like one thing that uh really can affect you is if to the opposing team takes both games on your home court. That's like heart wrenching.
Yeah. That's where you lose momentum.
That's where you can lose momentum, and I think that's what the Heat did.
And it's like it kind of sucks for the Heat because they won in game 2, they tied the series, and they were heading
Mhm.
home. They had 2 games to
Yeah,
win at 1-1. They could have had
yeah,
home court advantage, but they blew it,
right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, like one of the biggest examples of this happening actually happened to the Heat back in 2014 when like the last year that the Spurs won the championship back in 2014. They took both games against the Heat at home.
Yeah.
So that factors into it.
That's true. That's true.
Like
Um.
you have to at least try to like split, let alone but win both of them.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, this is a good playoff. I think it was a great playoffs, in my opinion. Let me ask you this: what was your favorite moment or like storyline of the playoffs?
Joel kicking Nick Claxton in the nuts.
Oh my god, bro. That shit was funny. Yo, Nick Claxton's kind of weird for like posting on IG talking shit about Joel when he got swept.
Yeah,
Did you see that shit? That shit was so dumb. My favorite
exactly.
storyline was the whole Dylan Brooks shit. That shit was
Dylan Brooks shit, yeah,
hilarious.
no. It was funny because Dylan Brooks became universally hated by everyone because of the fact that he was trying to start shit with everyone on every team.
Like this was happening
He would
throughout
do it
the
with
entirety of the regular season. Like
right.
every game he played, he would start up shit.
Yeah, he was starting shit with Joel. I'm like, bro, he is like a foot taller than you.
And you know what's crazy? Dylan Brooks used to be nice. Like
So nice.
I saw some highlights of him earlier when he was on Memphis, and he was pulling up for 3 like he was
I
Steph.
know.
And it was like I don't know, bro. His jump shot's now broke. He has no offensive game. Like he's a good defender, of course. He made
Yeah,
all defensive team, but on the offensive end, he sucks. And it's like, bro,
he
I'm
sucks.
looking at some of his highlights. He's putting the ball in the basket. He's driving to the cup, pulling up for 3, and it's like, where is that now? You know?
Right.
It's like he suddenly got progressively worse, and he's still a young
hmm
player. And it's like with the whole like Grizzlies, they don't want to bring him back under no circumstances because
hmm
Brooks is gonna become a free agent.
It doesn't help that the fact that the Grizzlies are also like have to worry about other problems.
Yeah, such as Jawick. You know.
John Wick.
Oh my God, we have
This is
to.
the part that dog skip.
You know what's crazy? We're probably gonna get the verdict on his suspension
Oh shit! Right.
because Adam Silver said like he was gonna give the
It's gonna
verdict
happen
during the
after
finals.
after
Or
the finals.
yeah, he was gonna give it after. So now that the finals are over,
Yep.
how long do you think Ja's gonna get suspended for?
Well, apparently, like the gun was fake.
I think that's cap. I think they're just
There were reports saying
coping,
that it
bro.
was fake,
Why would he have
but
a fake
like
gun in his car? Come on,
exactly
bro. Like,
right. Come on,
it's more believable if he had a real one,
right,
like for self defense and shit.
right,
But yeah, they're just coming up with excuses at this point.
right.
But honestly, I see Jao getting suspended for like 25 games. Like it's gonna be a
If
serious
if
suspension.
if it was like a real gun, well, because remember it happened more than once.
Yeah, more than once. True.
I think it might be maybe like like a half a season.
Honestly, that could happen. It
But,
probably could be at most half the season for sure.
it could also possibly be though, like there's a small chance, but it could be the whole season, but I doubt it.
I doubt that either. I don't think
Yeah,
so. Because
I
Ja's
don't
one of the
think it's
biggest faces in the league. They don't want to kick him out for an entire
but
year.
but that's the problem, okay? But because it goes to show now, it's like he's a face of the NBA, and now that he's doing all this shit, like what do we do about it?
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of faces of the NBA, did you see what's happening with Zion Williamson?
Oh my god, the porn star.
Yes, yes. So,
Dude, this so much like it's funny how like the offseason there's so much funny shit that's going on.
dog,
Fucking Josh Hart's
what?
tweeting about breast milk.
Bro, the amount of storylines that happen in the NBA,
Zion Williamson about like a fucking porn star. Markel
bro,
Fultz stopped following dick drainers.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yo, Zion's tweaking, bro. Yo, I feel like
Dude.
Zion going to the Pelicans was the worst thing to happen to him, cause bro is
Oh my
just
god,
fat as shit, bro.
it's all the goddamn gumbo he's eating
Bro,
down
eating
there.
gumbo, fucking corn
The fucking
stars, and
beignets,
vibes. Bro, this
the beignets.
all
Like,
all this guy is doing down in New Orleans is eating gumbo, fucking corn stars, and then not playing on the basketball court. Like he's not even
exactly.
he's still injured, bro. And it
Like
sucks because I love Zion. He's one of my
I
favorite
love
players
him
in the
too.
league. But it's like he's not his court availability is the biggest detriment to
That's
his
just
career.
no. Like the problem is people are just are basically saying that he has a similar career career path to Charles Barkley.
Honestly, that's true. They both have off court issues, both have injury
Charles
problems.
didn't even really he okay actually Charles did have some on court issues.
No,
Let's
he
be
did.
honest, he did. He spit
Charles
on a
has the
face, spit on a
problems.
child.
That's crazy, bro.
He
That's
spit on a
nuts.
child.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, but overall this season was great. I really enjoyed it as a fan of the NBA. I couldn't have
The regular
asked for
season I
more.
thought was good.
You know,
I enjoyed the regular season. Like, I'll give it that much.
yeah, regular season playoffs too, man. I love the storylines. As a Knicks fan, it was good to see my Knicks actually be in the playoffs, get to the second
I can't
round.
wait. I can't wait. Yeah, this team, per usual, ripped the fucking soul out of me in a game 7, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, we're now in the same boat because we both made the conference semifinals. We're probably gonna make both of our teams are probably gonna make some moves.
You're probably gonna make a conference final like earlier than us.
Nah,
Before we do.
I mean, it all depends because you guys have Nick Nurse, and I mean, as long as you make some good signings, if Harden does leave, I believe the Sixers could make a comeback, and maybe make a finals run. But it all depends on what
I'm hoping,
Embiid
bro.
does. Like, bro, the Sixers have the pieces; they just don't put
Okay,
it together.
look, okay, I'm also gonna say this right now. In terms of Philly sports, Joel is the worst leader out of all of them.
Low key, yeah.
Jalen Hurts did something, okay, that Joel could not do in his first year
Yeah,
as a starter. Okay,
that's
even
true.
even our baseball team, we got to the World Series
Yep.
in 1 year.
That's true. Didn't that happen last
Like,
year?
It happened just
Oh
last
my
season.
god, bro. I ain't gonna lie, being a Philly fan sucks because you guys,
It sucks. It sucks. Thank you.
dude, you guys get to like the championship round and lose. That's so bad. At least being a New York fan, it's like our team is ass. We're not gonna make any crazy contentions. We're not gonna go to win any championships.
Like-
we know we're gonna be ass. So it's just vibes at this point.
Like it's like they kept giving us hope every year. It was hope every year.
Yeah.
Okay, with the hope every year with the Sixers because like we make like this big signing or like somewhat decent signing that would help Joel or like the trade for James Harden or something like that. And what happens? The same shit happens.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's we're doing the same shit and we're expecting different results. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Final question about these NBA finals before we go into a finals tier list. That's gonna be quick. Do you enjoy the parity among the NBA finals? Because at least in the past 3 to 4 years, there have been different winners. Do you think that's good for the NBA?
Like what do you mean by like parity? So like there's been different winners outside of just like things like the Lakers, Cavs, all that stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the recent years. I enjoy it because I like to see other teams like not just the Lakers, Warriors, Celtics, Bucks, like all those teams. I love to see other teams in the finals.
Yeah, that's true. Like honestly, seeing somebody like Giannis win a ring, Jokic winning a ring, even like I really want to see Luka win a ring. You know,
Luka winning a ring would be really cool.
like shit like that is what makes honestly like, that's what makes basketball fun to watch. You know,
Right.
seeing these guys that worked really hard to get to that level. You know,
Mhm.
it's cool seeing the Stephs and LeBrons winning a championship, but
Right.
it's like you've seen them in the finals so many years that it becomes
Right.
kind of repetitive. So seeing a
It
new guy
does.
like a Jokic or a Giannis in
Right.
the past, and
Exactly.
maybe a Luka or Embiid, they could make
Mhm.
their runs. It's fun. But yeah,
Right.
oh, I need to share this video, bro. It's so funny. Yo, Jokic is like the most anticlimactic guy I've ever seen. Have you seen the celebration for the Nuggets winning the championship, like the
Oh
locker room
yeah.
celebrations?
Yeah.
Bro, I gotta pull this up somewhere.
Yeah. He pours like a beer on KCP.
No, it's like Jokic like spraying some wine. It's the most I don't know. I gotta bring it up. Let me go on Twitter. I retweeted this shit. It's the funniest thing ever, bro.
Mhm.
Hold on. Where is it? Oh, right here. I found it. Right. Give me 1 second. Uh, share my screen. You see this? You see my screen?
Yeah.
Look
Oh
at
yeah.
Jokic, bro. Look at Jokic.
Okay, explain it all, like bro.
Look at him, bro.
No, it's great.
This guy is so anticlimactic,
It's
bro.
great. It's funny how like this guy's the face of the NBA.
That's the funniest thing ever, bro.
Yeah.
Funniest thing ever. But anyways, let's go into this tier list. I think it's time we talk about it. We're going to rank all of the NBA finals, at least from
Mhm.
2010 and beyond. So let me ask you this: when did you start watching basketball for real? Like you watching the
So
playoffs every year? Because some of these finals, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really keep up when I was a kid. So
yeah.
I kind of
Mhm.
want to.
I legit started watching probably around like 2015, 2016, or like because I watched the playoffs the year prior, 2014, like the 2014, 2015 season,
Yeah.
but that's it. I didn't watch the regular season of that.
Oh, okay. For me, I started watching basketball like consistently, like regular season playoffs in 2012 when
Yeah.
was it? No, 2011 when LeBron first
Hmm.
went to Miami. So that's when
Right,
I
yeah.
first started watching
That was pretty good. That was
basketball.
probably. Hmm.
So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so we're gonna go in order.
Yep.
What is this? The shit. This is the Lakers.
So hard to see it.
2010 Lakers. Honestly,
2010.
I wasn't even watching basketball back then, so I'm gonna.
I don't think I was too, but like, I had to. I went back and rewatched it.
Yeah, I'm going to just make a didn't watch. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Oops. Didn't watch. There we go. Change the color. Okay. 2011. Honestly, bro, this finals is crazy because it was like LeBron's first finals
Because
appearance with Miami.
it was a crazy thing too, also because it was like because you saw the Heat. They had Wade and LeBron at the time. Did they have Bosch
Yeah,
still?
they had Bosch. This is a
Yeah,
super
they had
team.
Bosch. Yeah, yeah, Bosch. Right. Yeah. Like you saw that they were the super team, and you saw the Mavericks. All they had was Dirk, who was known for to be really good, but I'm pretty sure like I don't think anyone had like a lot of faith in Dirk like being able to just single handedly take them down.
Yeah, that was the craziest part considering that Miami was up 2-1 and
He
I think
was.
Dirk was sick in
He
game
was.
4. And then
Yeah.
Dirk just turned it up. Won the next 3 games, come back
He
4-2.
went like
He went
he
nuts,
was
bro.
insane.
And I mean, you got to give credit to like Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Sean Marion,
Yeah.
Jason Terry, like just veterans on that team that stepped up. I think this is a good finals, bro.
It was a good finals, definitely.
Yeah.
I really like. I was like, because I remember looking back at that finals. I'm like, dude, that was amazing.
The only problem was LeBron putting up like 8 points in that final game.
That is
That
true.
shit pissed me off because LeBron was always been my favorite player.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, like Bron putting up those 8 points, even though it was like a stain in his legacy, that was the greatest thing to happen for him because going
Yeah.
into 2012, he woke up, bro. You know,
Mhm.
he was
Yeah.
not gonna lose. I feel like this one was good as well.
And keep this in mind too. During the 2011 finals, hey, like I just want to like preface that real quick.
Yeah.
He had Dirk also tore a tendon in his left middle finger.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Damn.
the MRIs were negative, and he said it wasn't a factor, but still, that's like impressive. You played through not only a fever in Game 4, you also played with a torn tendon in one of your fingers.
Damn, that's nuts, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah.
but yeah, that's all I want to say for that one.
Okay. Yeah. So 2012, I think that was a pretty good one.
It was
Even
good,
though
yeah.
even though it went to five, all five games are close.
Yeah.
It was.
This was the years of that when like OKC had Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, right?
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
trio. Yeah. So even though they did lose, it was still pretty close.
Yeah.
What was this? 2013? This was 2013. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is honestly, bro. This isn't just great. This is a classic, bro.
That's classic. Yeah.
That
Oh
that
my
shit
God.
is. Yeah.
Because
Oops.
also so this finals was this Spurs team had Kawhi as the best player, which looking at it now you'd be like, duh, he's not like obviously. But at the time, Kawhi was never at the time he was never like a glorified superstar yet. He was still kind of in the early stages of becoming one.
Yeah, this was young Kawhi. This might have been rookie.
This was young Kawhi.
Was this
This
rookie
was
year?
22 year. I don't know. It
Or
wasn't
was
his
year
rookie year, I
two or
don't
year
think.
three? Some shit like that. He
Might have
was
been
young.
yeah. Yeah, he was 22 years old when they won.
Yeah. Okay.
That isn't like you are not a superstar at 22 unless your name is LeBron.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, this finals was nuts, bro. Like
It was.
it was like LeBron going for his second ring. They were down 3-2. Like that game six game. That game six
Right.
was crazy because it was like Miami was down like 15 heading into the fourth. Everybody
Right, this
thought
was
the game was
2013. Right, never
over.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 2013. 2014 is
Yeah, I
Kawhi.
forgot it was 2014 was the Kawhi one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
2013, like bro, game six, Miami was down 15 heading into the fourth or some shit like that. They were down double digits. Everybody thought the game was over. The Heat fans were leaving the stadium. Then LeBron goes on this crazy run. Like he
Yeah.
goes on like a 10-0 run by himself, and then he misses a three. Ray Allen, of course, hits one of the
Yeah,
most clutchest shots in NBA
yeah.
history to tie the game, and then they win
Right.
in overtime. Then game seven, of course,
And
LeBron
you,
hit the
okay, and you know
dagger.
the greatest thing about this like series was
What?
it wasn't like one of the teams had one superstar and the other team had like four. They were neck and neck.
Yeah, true.
He had Ray Allen, Bosh, and Wade. They had LeBron. The Spurs had Tim Duncan, like Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. That is nothing to be ashamed of. You like those teams were stacked.
They're stacked as hell. Stacked as fuck, bro. Those were some good finals, bro. Going into
It wa-
2014, yeah, 2013 Classic. 2014 honestly was kind of a little bit of a letdown. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a bit of a letdown in the sense that because everyone thought it was gonna be more competitive.
Yeah. I would say
And
it was
again,
kind of
like, and
mid because they got dominated, bro. The Heat got
they did get
destroyed.
dominated because again, like I said, they took two. The Spurs took two. Both of the Heat's games at home.
Yeah, yeah.
They were so that definitely screwed them over. But also the fact again, like remember what I was saying, 22-year-old Kawhi was their best player.
This
Tim
is the
Duncan
start
was in
of.
the
Yeah, go ahead.
Tim Duncan was in like basically his last like season. I'm pretty sure wasn't that his last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, considering that, like this almost felt like a passing of the torch moment.
Low key. Yeah. Like that moment, like
Because keep in mind, the Spurs were still good when he left
yeah.
because Kawhi could do this.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Spurs were good in 2015, 2016, 2017. I think the
Yeah.
2016 Spurs, they won like 65 games or 66
Something
games.
like that. Yeah, but then it's just the Warriors.
The Warriors got in the
that-
way, of course, but
Yeah.
it's like that Spurs team was nice, bro. Like Kawhi, that was the start of his run,
Yeah.
him winning Finals MVP. It was kind of nuts, bro.
was.
So it was like I wish it was a little bit more because it was like this is where D Wade started to regress a lot. That's where I started to notice D
This
Wade
was-
became a lot washed in this series,
this
bro.
was when like people kind of tend to see this as the drop off point for the Heat.
It
This
was. It literally was.
People said it's over, like they're cooked. Because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't the season after, like, didn't Bosh get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then D Wade was kind of regressing, and then I think LeBron left.
Yeah, LeBron left after 2014.
Yeah.
Considering that D Wade was starting to become washed.
He was starting to get washed.
Bosh had blood clots or some shit like that.
He was starting to have blood clot. Not only that, also because another thing to keep in mind, Bosh was still decent when he came back from the injury.
He just had so many injuries he couldn't play anymore.
His
That's the
injury was-
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty mid. 2015 Warriors versus Cavs. This is a great series, bro. I did enjoy this a lot.
I'll admit I enjoyed it too.
This was a great series,
Yeah.
bro. Because it's
Although
just
I do still think that Steph should have won MVP
no, we all
that
know
year.
that, bro. Iguodala got MVP for getting cooked by LeBron. That shit
Yeah.
makes no
Okay,
sense.
you know the only reason why he won Finals MVP is because of the fact that he hit the dagger in the last game.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Damn,
he hit
it's been a minute
yeah,
since I
that's it.
last watched this
Yeah,
finals.
because if you watch it, LeBron was cooking him.
Yeah, LeBron was destroying him. LeBron averaged like 32, 10, and 9.
Exactly.
Like I can't believe Iguodala got a Finals MVP for that.
Yeah.
And Curry went nuclear in this Finals as
He
well.
went nuclear in the finals.
I don't
too.
understand. I don't understand how he didn't win. I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on. This Warriors team was nice, bro. This Warriors team was nasty.
It was the start of the dynasty. It really
Yeah,
was.
start of the dynasty, and it was actually really enjoyable to watch, considering that
It was.
they weren't annoying. Like the Warriors team
It-
became annoying a little bit later on once they got KD.
Although to be fair, so because remember at the end of the series, like LeBron said that it seemed like he was just trying to make an excuse, but it technically people did think that if Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving weren't hurt during that series, they would have won.
I don't know. You know, that's a hypothetical, of course.
It's hypothetical,
And it's like
hypothetical, but
injuries
this
are
was-
part of the game as well. So like
Right.
people are always
this
gonna get
is-
injured, but
Yeah,
people do have a point that if
But this was the
Kevin Love
time
and Kyrie,
when-
wait, go ahead.
yeah. This was the time when Kevin Love was still really good as like someone that like because he was what like he was in his like mid to late 20s.
He was still in his prime, and he was still
Yeah,
like
he
an
was still in his
all-star level
prime.
player. Yeah.
He was playing at an all-star level. Like literally everyone thought that like if he'd won or if he'd stayed healthy, they would have won the series.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would. I don't know. It's a big hypothetical. Right?
It's
Like
a very
big
big hypothetical.
big what if, but
Yeah.
you know you got to give credit to the Warriors on that
Right.
one. So
Right.
yeah, Curry got
Yeah,
robbed, but it was still very
Curry did get
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Going
Alright.
going into 2016,
we all- classic.
classic. This is probably
Classic.
honestly
Probably
this
one of the best finals.
this is probably the best finals we've had in the past 20 years.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Bro, the 3-1 comeback, like the storyline alone was insane. 73-9 Warriors, the greatest regular season team ever,
Yeah.
arguably the greatest team of all time, up 3-1, and then LeBron solidified himself as top
Yeah.
2 greatest players ever with that 3-1 comeback.
Right.
Him and Kyrie dropping 40 points in Game 5. Of course, the block in Game 7. Yeah,
Right.
we don't need to explain it. It's just
Yeah,
legendary.
It's classic. Yeah.
Yeah, legendary stuff. Like, this finals right here is going to go down in history as one of the greatest ever.
Oh no, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Easily. Like, this was our, like, 96 or what, like, Bulls Jazz, you know? Back in
Yeah.
the day in like the 90s.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that's
I get
our
you.
this is our generation's version
Yeah.
of that, you know?
Mhm.
So, yeah, instant classic. 2017, where's that? This one? Think this one? Honestly,
It's
with the
kinda
the Kevin Durant years were mid as fuck. Like it's just
Okay.
like yeah, go ahead.
So the biggest thing I saw was that because the narrative up to this season was can the Warriors redeem themselves? Because going into the offseason, everyone was kind of doubting them because the fact that they blew the 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
But so Richard Jefferson made a good point at one maybe a couple years ago. He basically said that the Warriors cheated by getting Kevin Durant and coming back and winning the finals again because he saw it as like when you're at a playground like basketball court, you're playing another team and then you want to run it back because it's like we were the better team, we just didn't play right.
Yeah. That's what the Warriors
said-
were. They were
That's
the
what
better
Warriors did. They said, but then they said no, we're gonna get the big brother. In this case, it's Kevin Durant. That's what
Yeah.
kind of he said. So it's like it wasn't an exact rematch.
It wasn't
you
because
brought-
they had KD.
brought in
It
someone-
wasn't fair.
yeah,
And KD at that
exactly.
point was a top 3, top 5 player in the league. Like
Right.
like the KD joining the Warriors like ruined the NBA for 2 years because we all knew who was going to the finals and who was winning.
Yeah.
Like we all knew
Exactly.
once
That was the
KD
biggest
signed,
problem.
it ruined parity. Like we all knew the Cavs and Warriors are gonna play each
It was
other
gonna be
again.
Warriors Cavs. Yeah.
And we all knew the Warriors were gonna win because it's like at the time Curry was winning his MVPs. Like this was prime Steph Curry, and
Yeah.
you put prime Steph Curry next to prime Kevin Durant, like 2 top 5 players in the league.
Right.
You're gonna create an almighty super team,
Exactly.
right? So it's unfair, bro. And it just as a fan, I did not enjoy watching those finals because it was an
didn't.
easy route to KD winning
Just,
a ring.
yeah, to
And
KD winning.
Like, of course, a ring's a ring, right? Everybody that wins a
Right.
ring is deserved of it. But
Mhm.
these rings, 2017, 2018, nobody really takes that seriously because it was just
Right.
so unfair.
It was basically like you go to the Warriors, you get a guaranteed ring. It doesn't matter.
And that's why 2018 was trash, in my opinion.
2018 was trash. Okay, Jr. fucking
J.R. Smith, J.R. Henny Smith. Like outside of Game One, bro.
This is so
like
funny.
game one's a classic, right? LeBron dropping 50
Yeah.
on KD's head, because at that
Right.
point it was like LeBron was Thanos, bro. Like
Yeah.
LeBron had the craziest playoff run I've ever
did.
seen out of any player. 2018 Bron is the greatest
Facts.
thing I've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
He was destroying teams. He swept the 60 win number 1 seed Toronto Raptors by himself. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
know.
That's how crazy
it was
LeBron was on. That's how crazy of a run he was on. But it was like we all knew going.
LeBronto.
Yeah. So it was like, unfortunately though, like we all knew the outcome. Despite LeBron going that
Yeah,
crazy,
unfortunately.
and despite him being the best player in the world at that point,
Mhm.
we all knew he couldn't do it all alone, right?
We all know he couldn't.
This is the year the Cavs lost Kyrie. Kyrie went to Boston.
Yeah, Kevin Love was getting injured. They were going through like multiple roster changes.
Yeah, they changed their roster. They traded away their entire roster at trade deadline. They got rid
Yeah.
of D Rose, got rid of Dwayne Wade. They lost everybody, bro. So it
Because
just
nothing was because they knew it wasn't working. They were like, okay, then we have to scramble now.
yeah. So yeah,
But also another thing too with this season, a lot of young teams, a lot of like kind of like rookie teams, kind of like the Sixers. This was the season when they started to go on the rise. They started to winning games. This is kind of when they started to come out of the process, like it start and to actually start winning.
exactly. Yeah,
So there were a lot of teams.
there's
that
a lot of younger
were
teams on
kinda-
the
that were
rise.
combating them.
Yeah, yeah,
It
but
wasn't just an easy route.
it wasn't. But it was just like we all knew the Warriors were gonna go ahead
Right.
and win. The only team
No,
that
right.
could have taken down the Warriors were the Rockets, which they should have. They were Game 7 at home, but they didn't win.
27
unfortunately.
straight 3-pointers. How
That's
do you miss
crazy.
that many?
That shit was nuts.
You make half of those. Guess what? You're on to the finals.
Yeah,
And
they're going
probably-
to the
it's a
finals.
completely different story.
Exactly. Worst choke job I've ever seen in my life. But
That's
anyways.
such a bad choke job.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like that year 2018, even though LeBron was the best player in the world, KD was like right behind him. You know, KD was cooking. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
KD was cooking, but as a fan, just not a Warriors fan, just as a neutral fan, I was pissed off. It was like, bro, after game 2, I just turned off my TV. I was like, this is
Yeah.
not worth watching, you know? Anyways, 2019, Raptors Warriors.
This is a great finals.
This is a great
honestly.
finals, yeah.
This is a great finals.
This shit was fire,
okay,
bro.
I'm kind of upset that because because this is the year of the fucking doink shot that Kawhi hit.
Yeah.
That shot is all luck. Okay, to people that convince
It's
you that
luck,
it was,
it's luck, it's luck.
no,
we
it was
know.
all luck. That shit bounced 4 fucking times. So you can't even convince me that it's that.
No, it's the luckiest
But-
roll ever. Luckiest shot I've ever seen. Like straight up.
So yeah, it was the luckiest fucking shot, and it also ruined it because of the fact that we fucking lost Jimmy Butler the fucking offseason after. But okay, enough about me coping.
Yeah.
The finals was still great though.
It was. Barring injuries, of course, KD and Clay went down.
KD, yeah.
But it was like,
Boogie sold to the Warriors.
yeah, Boogie
He's so
ruined his
hard.
legacy. I'm not gonna lie. Boogie Cousins just sold his career trying to ring chase,
Yeah.
which I'm glad Kawhi won this ring for Toronto, considering that
Right.
this Raptors team was nice. You know, it's crazy because
was.
they lost DeMar DeRozan the prior season in that
They
trade.
lost DeMar DeRozan in the trade, yeah.
Yeah, but got Kawhi, which is basically an upgrade.
And Danny Green.
And Danny Green.
Who did help him.
Yeah.
Danny Green helped him.
And that Raptors team was nice. You know,
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, Kawhi,
I
Fred
wanna
Van
ask you this
Vliet,
about something real quick,
Siakam.
though.
What's up?
Okay, so about the season, let's say hypothetically, if the Sixers won that series, do you think they go on to the finals?
Who'd they play? The Bucks?
It would have been the Bucks afterwards, yeah.
They might have. They might have.
Was- we matched up well against the Bucks.
Did Giannis win MVP that year? 2019?
No, he didn't. No, 2019 was 2018. 2019 was
I think Giannis won
think-
that year.
I think Giannis did actually. Yeah.
No, actually, I think the Bucks might have won. They probably could have taken it. It would have
Wouldn't
gone to
it-
7 games. It would have
Okay,
gone to
then,
7
yeah,
games.
alright then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this finals was enjoyable because like I think everybody just got tired of the Warriors. Like, yo, fuck
It
the
did.
Warriors.
But,
Like,
but not only that too, it also proved that Kawhi can shut down a dynasty.
I mean,
This was the second time he did it.
yeah, low key. I mean, he didn't kill the dynasty because they won in 22, but
Obviously, yeah.
but it was like it just showed you that the Warriors were beatable. You know, it just showed you that you could beat them. You know, of course, barring injuries, KD and Clay got hurt. But with that being said, it's like, bro, the amount of shit that like bro, that Raptors team was nice. You know,
Mhm.
Kawhi, Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Marcus Gasol. They had depth. They had players
Yeah.
that could play together. And it just showed
Right.
you like this was honestly the end of the super team era after this
Hmm.
finals, and it just showed you
Because
that
it showed you that you can no matter the team you have, you can literally just go on a run one year and just win it all, and
yeah,
then like, and
all you
if that person leaves, you still won it. You can't take it away from them.
yeah, exactly. And it's like the 2019 Raptors proved to us that you don't need a super team to take down somebody like the Warriors. All you need is like, one or two superstars, of course, and then depth. You need a team full of depth. You need, shooters, people that can protect the rim, and just back up good role players. And that's what the Raptors had. And that's why they won. No one expected a Fred VanVleet to pop out in Game 6 like he did.
Oh no,
No one expected
no.
Pascal Siakam to go crazy during that finals either, right? And the fact that they all put it together shows you that this Raptors team was able to do it, and they
Right.
honestly changed the trajectory of the NBA.
They
Because
did.
following into 2020, that's where we started the super duo teams. The
Yeah.
duo teams with like AD and Braun and Kawhi and
Right.
PG, things of that nature.
Yeah.
2020 bubble ring. Where would you put that?
Lamiki.
Little Mickey Mouse.
Lamiki. Yeah. It was good.
It was good. Yeah,
It
I
was
enjoyed
good.
this one. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't like it because it was like during COVID and during the bubble, but honestly, the stakes was pretty high considering
So
that.
okay, the argument that the bubble was a fraud year, it if you see the stats show that like 'cause shooting was down by like maybe a percent or two, like compared to like when it was how it was in the regular season before COVID shut everything down. It showed that the stats were about the exact same,
I mean,
so
yeah,
that the bubble never really had much of an effect.
the only thing the bubble had to change was the ratings. Like the ratings for
Right.
the bubble was kind of
Hmm.
shit because
Hmm.
this was in October or November during this finals. So I think the NFL season just started. Um,
Hmm.
you had baseball as well. The
Yeah.
MLB, the World Series was going
Yeah.
on. So with that being said, I think other people were tuned into those
Right.
sports than basketball, since
Right.
basketball
Because
doesn't start until like November, December, and the playoffs don't
right.
really. The finals is in June, right? So of course
Right.
it's a COVID year, but overall, like, bro, this bubble finals was crazy considering that
Yeah.
this was AD's first year in LA. Right, and
Yeah.
Brown was putting it together. He was still, honestly, the best player in the world at the time. He was playing point guard. Jimmy Butler, we got that infamous, or not infamous, but that famous picture of Jimmy panting on his knees, from
Great.
carrying his team. The Tyler Hero snarl, which was corny as fuck, but it was funny as hell as well. You know what I'm saying? So I found this bubble finals enjoyable. Also, Danny Green becoming uh, a criminal for missing that three. If you remember that, do you remember that happening?
I love it. It's
That
great.
shit was crazy,
Because
bro.
okay, and it was really funny too because because of the draft that happened in November when the Sixers traded for Danny Green
Yeah, yeah.
because they traded him to OKC or something like that,
Yeah.
and then we traded Al Horford to OKC for him, and I was like, fuck no, no. I was like, no. I don't
Yeah,
want the memes to follow him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he was good for us that season though.
No,
So
Danny
like,
Green's not a bad player, bro. He has 3 rings. Like, he's a winner.
yeah,
Like, he just
yeah.
became a meme, unfortunately.
He just became a meme on a bad shot.
Yeah. Which, honestly, the shot he took wasn't even that bad. He was open. Like,
He was open. It was just that
he
he
didn't,
just
didn't
kind
go
of
in.
fucked it up.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
didn't go in. You don't make them all, but whatever. He
yeah.
has 3 rings, so he gets the last laugh.
Mhm.
Anyways, 2021. This was a great finals, in my opinion. I actually really enjoyed this
2021.
finals. Yeah, Bucks, Suns.
I thought the Suns were gonna win this series. I did
Bro, the
not think
Suns
the
were
Bucks
up
were gonna do it.
2-0. They should
Yeah,
have
I
won.
know.
And then the Bucks
really
won
should
4
have.
straight in a row. This season, Giannis proved himself as the best player in the world. That 50-point performance at the end of Game 6 to clinch the finals, that's clutch, bro. 18 straight free throws, or 18 free throws made as well. Like, it really showed you that you don't have to be like a great shooter. Like, Giannis didn't need to be a shooter in order to compete, even though he has his struggles, such as the latest playoffs and the 23 playoffs, where he went like 10 of 23 at the free throw line. He went 18 of 18 at the free throw line in Game 6. He dominated. Not only that, the
Right.
block, the lob, the block that he
Right.
had in Game 4, and then
Yeah.
the lob in Game 5. Like, he has some iconic moments in that finals run.
This year because the year prior they got blown out by 45 in Game 7, and then Chris Paul hit the huge three that cut the lead down to 42.
Yeah, of course, the fucking Suns, bro. The Suns are so laughable. Like honestly, like bro, this Suns team won't make another finals run anytime soon.
So that was the year
That
they
was the year
needed
they
to.
should have won.
That was the year they should have won.
Yeah, Devin Booker unfortunately choked it away.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
and
then
then 22 finals, Warriors versus Celtics. This was pretty good in my opinion.
I thought it was good, yeah.
It was
Because
watchable.
it showed that Curry can be the lead guy again.
Exactly.
He
Curry
was the
killed,
lead guy.
bro. Curry killed so many narratives. Like Curry isn't clutch. He can't lead a team to a championship. He's never gonna win another Finals MVP. You know, and he did it. He shut up a lot of people. He shut up me as well. Like I had to give my respect because I was hating on Curry.
Yeah. Props to Jordan Poole during that series.
Yeah, Jordan Poole went fucking nuclear as well. I don't know what the fuck he was on. Cause now he's ass. Like, I don't know what.
Kevin Looney came up big.
Yeah, yeah. But honestly, this was so like enjoyable considering that, like, I'm not even a Warriors fan. So, like, I don't even.
I'm not a Warriors fan
I
either.
hate the Warriors, bro. I hate seeing them
I
win.
like Curry though.
But seeing Curry succeed like this, like, I know it
Yeah.
felt good for him, and it solidified him as a top 10 player ever, easily. You know, some people even put him in top 5. You know, in the GOAT discussion as well, which I don't think he's there yet. But that really this championship really showed that Steph Curry is one of the greatest players ever.
He's one of the greatest shooters like of our generation.
Well,
and
he's the greatest shooter
and
ever.
and a top 10 player.
Yeah, greatest
Like,
shooter ever,
like,
top 10 player ever. He changed the game forever. 23 finals. This latest one, we both said mid. Yeah, we both explained why.
I'm so, like, unfortunately, like, we all know why. Because
The Nuggets were too good.
Aside from Game 1 and Game 2, the other 3 games were all blowouts or just like
Well, Game
it
2 and
wouldn't be
Game
a
5 were
blowout
close.
until, like, yeah.
Game 2 and Game 5 were close. Every other game were blowouts. The Nuggets were just too damn dominant, you know. So, as a casual that isn't supporting either teams, it was a bit mid. Unless you're a Nuggets fan, this is a classic. But yeah, mid.
Right.
And then this is the 2010 finals. We didn't watch this, or 2009. Yeah, we didn't watch these. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good list.
Yep. I like it.
Okay, so, just to wrap this up, the GOAT, our boy Shannon Sharp, has left FS1. So let's talk about that.
It's a sad day.
It is a sad day. You know, his relationship with Skip Bayless is iconic. Right, the moments that came out. Yeah.
Like, we can, shit on Skip for as much as we want because we will, obviously,
Of course.
for his shit takes and
Shit
everything
takes,
like
his
that.
LeBron hating, his Jordan dick
Right.
eating. But the one thing I gotta
Yeah.
say about Skip Bayless is that he
He knew what the audience wanted.
yeah. But not
He
only
wanted,
that,
he wanted to provoke something.
Exactly.
So I'll give him that.
yeah, but the one thing I really gotta give props for Skip Bayless to is that he's the reason why we have Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. Like he's the reason why they're so big today.
It's also why we have the great meme of Shannon Sharp with him pouring the Hennessy into a cup.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the Unk meme.
But it's like Skip Bayless is the reason why these two guys are like the two biggest black
Right.
sports analysts in today's like sports media world, right? Because of Skip
Right.
Bayless, you know, and of course he was the one who hired them, put them on the shows, but his relationship and the dynamic that he had with these two when Skip was on First Take, and then when he was on Undisputed alongside with Shannon, yeah, it was the amount. Even though he said a lot of controversial shit, it brought out the best from the likes of Stephen A. Smith, and especially with Shannon Sharp, who's the most likable sports analyst in the world right now. Yeah.
But another thing too, though, with the Shannon Skip, I definitely do think that there were actual moments where he was being serious, especially during the whole thing when he was trying to discredit Shannon's accomplishments.
No, for sure, 100%.
Because that was 100% real, definitely.
No, there were definitely moments where Skip was wilding out that pissed off Shannon.
Oh, just like the Damar Hamlin thing.
Mm-hmm. The
Basically,
tweets.
where he basically said, yeah, where he was like, oh, it's like why are they doing this?
Yeah, well, Skip
It
Skip
was-
is just a boomer, bro. Like,
Yeah.
gives off all that energy. So
He's like 71.
that's crazy, bro. He's been around the block for a minute.
He has.
Um,
But the chemistry that they shared though was definitely special. And you can't take that away from them.
exactly. Anything else you want to add?
No, not necessarily. I think we've covered like everything.
Okay, so that's I can't speak. Fuck. That wraps it up for
Oh, good.
today's episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all. I think later this week. Peace.
Saturday.